Let me tell you guys something. Having your beat store on your own website is proven to be game changing. I honestly think that this case study and the results are gonna be insane. To give you guys some more context, about 2 months ago, I interviewed the dude Matthew May Music. Now, Matt is a pop type beat producer who has almost 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty insane. And I remember the first conversation I had with him and he was like, dude, I understand how important marketing is. Like, I totally see that I could probably be making a lot more money if I knew what I was doing with marketing, but he's like, the time, also I'm not really too sure about what to do. And he was like, I know I'm making mistakes, I just don't know how to fix them. So I figured that with everything we do for Heat, this could make an amazing case study just to show you guys what is possible when you set up things correctly. So as you guys can see in the background here, it's not focused, but I built Matt a custom website on WordPress that it still has the actual, like, I know I say custom websites. Let me show you guys, right? So when I say custom website, this is all done through WordPress and we just embed the beat store player. So he's still selling beats through Airbit. It's just we build the website on WordPress to have full control to do stuff like this. And of course, one of the biggest things that we preach at Heat within our course is email marketing. And let me tell you guys what, using Airbit has been the most pain in my ever to get email marketing set up, and it is just a mess. And I mean, really why I wanted to do all these things is just within the past year of doing all this stuff for Heat, I've had to provide customer support to all the producers who come in the course and they're like, yo, how do I do this? How do I use that? How do I set this up to trigger that with everything we do? So essentially over the past year, I've gotten really good with learning about all this marketing stuff and all these automations in the back end and everything like that. So now with how everything is set up on Matt's end and kind of how his business works on that side, we're not doing everything 100% from the course by the book. To let you guys in on some stuff, in the course we use ActiveCampaign. With all of Matt's stuff, we're actually using MailChimp. And let me tell you guys what, setting these sequences up in MailChimp were a bitch. So now let's hop into some of the results of the case study in just a few days, which, like I said, have been pretty freaking good. Okay, so this is the first video documenting the case study. Now, this video is both going to be on our YouTube channel and within the course, because the course is gonna have the whole case study as we go, kind of week by week, maybe every 2 weeks, the whole journey of what we're doing. This YouTube video is just let you guys know what we're doing and what you can expect if you get in the course and see the case study. Now, before we get into anything, what you guys are gonna notice, especially if you're in the course already, you're gonna notice that some of the things we're doing for Matt are a little bit different than what we do in the course, and I'll explain that in probably just about a minute or so. So now in the course, one thing that we do is we tell producers to make a custom website to put the beat store player onto this custom website because of everything you can control, all the functionalities and everything you can do. And we're doing that for Matt, right? You guys can see there's the Airbit player, but this is a custom WordPress website. And let me show you guys just the 2 huge benefits that have already happened in literally, we launched this on the 14th, and so like 5 days pretty much. So with Easter being the past weekend, I told Matt, hey, let's do an Easter sale. And he was like, how about we just make it a spring sale, just, so nobody like gets offended or whatnot if they don't celebrate Easter. I was like, sure thing. So we had the website banner for a spring sale. Now, I know you guys might be thinking this is the most fundamental thing ever. Why is this so important? Like, I knew that. And well, this is so important because it freaking works, guys. Like, let me show you. So I'm gonna go into his analytics right now. So with using Google Analytics, the thing I tell you guys, like, you need to know the data because this is so important. This has only been up for, I think, 16th, 17th, and 18th. So 3 days this has been live on Matt's Beat Store. And just to give you guys some reference, Matt gets about 100 people a day to his Beat Store, just so you guys can know that. This coupon has already generated $200 in sales. That's insane. Literally, just this banner has generated Matt almost $200 in sales. And also super fundamental things here that you can't do on a regular beat store they need to be done, because with bulk deals or knowing which license to choose, here's how it works, right? An artist on these beat stores like the Pro Page, Infinity Page, whatever you're using, whichever beat store, they don't allow you to properly display bulk deals. And what that means is that artists are not aware of the bulk deals that you're running. It's super fundamental. I know you might be offended with how like dumb I'm making this sound, but it really is just this fundamental stuff that needs to be done. And also the same thing with which leash should I choose. This plays a huge role that you don't know until you have it set up how much of a huge role this plays into it. I'll show you guys a text I got from Matt. I think this was Almost 2 or 3 days after we set up the website and put it live, this is the text that I got from Matt. Now, within the course, we obviously speak about lead magnets and we talk about email marketing. Now, one of the biggest ways you get somebody onto your email list is you offer a lead magnet, or you specifically bribe them of like, hey, here's this if you join my email list. Now, since Robin had launched the course, he was always giving away free beats. But there's only one issue with everything we're doing for Matt, is that all of his beats on YouTube, they're free for profit use. So you guys can see, right? Every single beat on his beat store is free for profit use. So it wouldn't really make any sense to give away free beats in this sense. And Matt's also not going to change his whole strategy that he built his business on. So we had to find a workaround of, what can we give as a lead magnet that would get people onto the email list and still drive conversions and play into everything else we're doing. So with using a custom website, like I said before, there's a lot of technicalities, there's a lot of functionalities you can play with that you don't have access to when you use a regular pro page or just a player itself. And this is actually where it gets super, super, super interesting. So the one pop-up we have is targeting the US, United Kingdom, Canada, Austria, Germany, kind of the major countries. And then the one thing that Matt brought to me is like, hey, with this pop-up, I want to have one that targets, lower income countries, because a $25 lease costs so much more to them. And I want to find a way if we can make a pop-up to give them even more of a discount, simply because the reason they can't buy is simply because the license is just too expensive in their actual currency. So this is something that we're still figuring out because it's glitching out, but we do have a pop-up that is specifically targeting lower income countries. And this actually gives somebody 60% off. Now, we've had this up, I want to say, between 3 to 5 days. And in those days, there's been 141 people who saw this. 10 people actually signed up to the email list for a 7% conversion rate. And then to show you guys that coupon that we give people for signing up, it's actually driven almost $300 in revenue since being live. Now, I do want to say this of the coupon versus the lead magnet of free beats. It's really important to remember that Matt gets almost 100 people or more daily to his beat store. So essentially, he can play the numbers game, and offering a pop-up like that is playing right into the numbers game. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if this is the new move to get people to get onto your email list and, more importantly, purchase from you. That's kind of the whole point of doing this case study, is we want to test stuff out, and we're even going to be testing out SMS, which is text message marketing. Now, to get onto email marketing, in the course we use ActiveCampaign. I've made all these sequences that we have in the course for MailChimp. I've had to make pop-ups for the non-US people, pop-ups for the US people, and it probably took me a week to make all these freaking things set up. And I wouldn't recommend it. Just use ActiveCampaign if you get in the course. Like, please follow ActiveCampaign, because this has been a freaking headache. And so I'm still following the exact layout and the exact emails of how we set up in the course. It's just centered around our coupon as a lead magnet. So when somebody signs up for the list, they get this email saying that, hey, here's my coupon, blah, blah, blah. Also, it expires in 72 hours, so that way we can create some urgency to get them to use the coupon. So this has been video 1 for the Matthew May case study. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.